If you're like my daughter, this is the bane of your existence. But it doesn't have to be. Let's talk about it. In our last video, we talked about the Leguminosae family, which included lentils, peanuts, and of course, peas. Now, peas are going to come in two types. You'll have the dry pea. This is called also the green pea. And even the English pea. Now the dry pea, green pea, or English pea is also called the shelling pea, very similar to the shelling beans. Or you have the edible podded pea. And these are commonly known as sugar peas. So for the green pea or the English pea, you're only going to eat the pea. Versus over here in the edible podded pea or the sugar pea, you have the snap pea or the snow pea. Okay, and for either the snap or the snow pea, you're going to eat the pea or the pod. Okay, so let's talk about that. On this seed packet here, I'm just going to show you guys. It's from Better Homes and Gardens, and it's the dwarf gray pea. It's an organic heirloom seed. There we go. Okay, and on the back of this seed packet, it says harvest early as a snow pea, which means you can just pick it right off of the vine and eat the pea in the pod, or you can harvest late as a snap pea. And what that means is you may have to cook it a little bit to sort of break down the fiber so that you can eat it. We're going to talk about the one disease that I've seen show up on my pea plants every year, which is powdery mildew. Powdery mildew is a fungus. It does live in your soil, but the best way to combat it, especially if you live in a humid climate like we do in Texas, is to make sure that you're properly pruning your plants. Now I'm going to show you some pictures of how I grew my peas just as an experiment this last season, which was in the top tier of my green stalk using a tomato cage. I chose to use a tomato cage because in previous years I have inevitably succumbed to powdery mildew in my garden, and I thought if I used the tomato cage to trellis the pea, that would sort of help them stay spaced out and allow that airflow to prevent an early onset of powdery mildew, which I would say maybe it worked. I did eventually pull the plants due to powdery mildew, so take that for what it's worth. It was definitely nice to look at. All right, family, that's gonna do it. Thanks for joining us today. Just a quick little video on peas. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.